please consider donating to our Patreon. In the Fridge is produced by dedicated volunteers, and all of our equipment is borrowed or donated. With your donations, we can grow this platform and continue supporting the community. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna sort of carry this through like just a casual conversation.
Sweet.
So to start with, I'm really keen to hear about your experiences in the Auckland scene specifically, just because I mean, like with the people that we've had in the past, we've had the hobos, Slumbug. How do you feel that Violet Highway sort of slots into the Auckland scene as it stands at the moment?
Good question. I think that most of the gigs we play in Auckland, we've organised ourselves, and it's been a matter of us just choosing bands that we like who aren't necessarily the complete same genre, because cool. I think our genre is a bit of a mix and it doesn't fit into a specific scene that well. Yeah, so it's been really cool just to basically, if we've seen bands that we like, we'll try and get them in for one of our ones. Yeah. Because like if you like a band, that's going to make the whole gig way more enjoyable. So we have gigged with people like Skinny Hobos. We've gigged quite a lot with this girl band who are really good. She Loves You. But yeah, trying to mix it up a bit each time. What do you want to?
Cowboy Dan as well.
Yeah, Cowboy Dan.
Played with them a few times. Yeah.
So we were talking outside a bit before about because I think Cowboy Dan played a gig here a few weeks ago as well for Future City. So I think Yeah, do you all sort of attend a lot of gigs yourselves, and is that sort of how you pick up on, you know, people?
Try
that would be cool to
yeah.
play with?
And like if you go to one gig, you know, you got 3 or 4 bands playing. So.
Yeah, exactly.
But also because the people that we have that come to our gigs are like friends and stuff. They have quite a wide range of taste. So even if a band's a bit different to us, I would listen to a band and be like, I think that people who come to our gigs would like this, even if it's not necessarily exactly the same, because you don't want to have, it's kind of nice not having 4 bands trying to do the exact same thing. It's nice having a variety. Exactly. And if we do have quite a different in like levels of heaviness, then we'll just start it off a little bit lighter, going into heavier stuff as the night goes on, or try to make it work like that.
But also playing with, say, bands, you can then get recommendations through them for other gigs that you play. So we are also, we are now more.
We all kind of lean on each other.
Yeah.
Do you find there is a big sort of culture of that in the Auckland scene? Like a lot of people that are very sort of diverse in taste, and I suppose.
I think you got to find it.
It's taken us a little while to find it because, as I said, we didn't fit with a specific scene, so we weren't asked by the same kind of scene constantly. So it did take, before we started organising our own gigs a lot, we didn't play that often. And then we started to organise our gigs quite a lot, and now that's starting to come back with other people asking us now, I'd say.
And what about venues, I suppose, as well? What primary venues do you have?
Yeah, we have our favourites. Wine Cellar in Auckland is one of our favourites. We really like the sound quality there, like the whole setup. And it's like really affordable.
You can just pack it out as well.
Yeah. But there's a few like Whammy, Backbeat. We've played
King's Arms.
Yeah,
RIP.
King's Arms King's Arms was a favourite, but King's Arms is also a really big venue, so there was always like you had to make sure you had numbers coming to King's Arms.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's hard because a lot of places are closing down now as well. So
especially in like throughout most cities as well. You know, Auckland and Wellington are losing sort of like major venues, which really sucks.
But then outside of Auckland, we're playing at Navara. We really like Navara. Last time we went there, it was really cool to see a different scene. Like, felt like there was a lot more walk-ins. So hopefully we get that again.
People that
were just coming in. From
the
street.
And we really liked playing at the Yacht Club in Raglan. We'd love to play there again. That also had.
You played with Cheshire Grim, Skinny Hobos, and False Heights. And
and because there's not like many places to go out there, right? So most people who were there went to the Yacht Club, but then they were also really into it, so that was really cool. And it was just like really cool, nice touches that us Aucklanders aren't used to. Like we were at Nikki's sister's place, a big group of us, and we're like, how are we going to get to and from the gig? And they're like, oh, the Yacht Club can pick you up. Like, and we're like, is it free? Like what?
I think here also there tends to be a lot more walk-ins, whereas in Auckland is probably a little more clicky. So you don't get many people coming off the street thinking, I'll go see this band, where it's...
Cool. Yeah. I was just going to ask about that. I mean, with that, the culture of walk-ins, and I think it's cool because that is starting to happen more in Hamilton now. People that don't, even know any of the bands on a bill, and they'll wander in. Do you find that is less and less of a thing in Auckland at the moment? Like people don't really take a risk on, checking out bands that they don't know? Or?
I think because there's just so much...
I don't too negative about it, but...
there's just so much option
there is
in
a lot
Auckland,
more,
so... If you're asking $10, well, I mean $10 is not much, but if you're asking people $10 to come in and see some bands play, they might bugger off and go to a bar and just put those $10 towards a drink or something,
Even just the fact that it's like everything's way more like location-wise spread out.
Yeah, proximity.
So you can't just
huge.
be like, I'm gonna have a drink and walk down the road and see what's happening at these venues. It's like I have to organise it. So there's way more like stuff that you have to go through to risk a gig as opposed to some of the smaller places where it's
That's
like,
what I've found.
Had a few drinks, feel like seeing what's going on, as opposed to being like, okay, let's get the Ubers or like whatever,
Because just like here in Wellington as well, like the venue spaces are often, I mean, because you've got like San Fran, Valhalla and stuff, they're all around Cuba and Vivian Street, like everything's quite close knit. Whereas in Auckland, you've got Newland, you've got Auckland Central, like there's so many different pockets to travel to, and I suppose that's also got an impact on it.
I guess that's kind of one of the reasons that we were like playing at Wine Cellar, because there are people who will just go to Wine Cellar for a drink or go to Wine Cellar Whammy to see what is on. So there is a bit of that there. So that's probably one of the reasons as well that we like those places.
And it's so central as well.
Yeah.
K-Road
so I don't think it's like not happening, But I think we have noticed a difference going to other places, yeah.
How about we move into your guys' influences? Do you feel that there's any sort of combining influences, or is it really sort of diverse based on your individual, tastes? And stuff
I'd say that there's stuff that Ant and I have in common that we like, and like I feel like it's kind of almost like a weird Venn diagram, and me and Nikki like quite a lot of similar, but we also have a bunch of stuff that I'd say we all listen to that it's no one else different in the band listens to. But I mean, personally, I listen to quite a wide range. Like I like a lot of especially when I was younger, got into heaps of old school rock, like in 60s and 70s and all that. And then really listen to a lot of female vocalists and some that would cross over with what you listen to. Yeah. Like PJ Harvey and years. But then I find that a lot of the music I listen to is actually softer than what I play now. Yeah. And Ant and I have always, especially when I was younger, we were really into Red Hot Chili Peppers. So
And I can't stand them.
And you hate so it's a little bit, I don't know, it shouldn't work, but...
And it's funny because I quite like to play, you know, sort of this faster kind of rocky stuff. But then I also listen to a lot of electro, you know, sort of...
More indie stuff.
Like, you know, The Knife or Fever Ray or something like that.
Yeah.
So, which is totally different to what we play.
Well, I mean, the experience I've had with a lot of, especially with like rhythm sections and stuff as well, is like it's so often you know, more diverse genre-wise, because I mean you're looking for creative rhythms and stuff in different genres. Yeah.
And there's people that listen to based on the vocals, you know, like I'm a massive Lana Del Rey fan, like, but I would never be like, hey guys, listen to this Lana Del Rey song, let's try to do a song, you know. But personally there might be something I like in a specific way that she sings a song that I might try to emulate, you know. So
yeah, so you just pull bits and pieces from all of your favorites. Because so Nikki, you were the latest addition to the band, weren't you? You were playing in another act.
Yeah.
And then
we go through drummers.
Yes, the old band that I used to be in, Summer Haunts, we used to sort of gig with Violet Highway, did a few gigs with them. So I think that's how we sort of connected, and it wasn't.
And then me and you had mutual friends.
Yeah, and it wasn't long after Summer Haunts broke up that I sort of Jackie and I would go surfing or something, and then
I can't remember. Oh yeah, we were like, I had you on my phone as Nikki Surf.
Yeah.
And
then it also came about through that.
And so you just sort of started jamming real sort of casually?
No, then I was like, hey, we have an EP to release. We need a drummer. Do you want to play at that? And you were really keen. You were keen to just jam. And then I was like, how about we actually do an EP release? And then...
like a month later.
Yeah, and then you know, you learnt the songs and you seemed to like them, and I think you liked them. And so from there, we were like, well, this actually works really well, and stuck with it.
Cool. And you've been playing in this configuration for how long now?
As a trio?
Yeah.
Or
as us three.
Of us?
Yeah.
As us three?
Has it been like a year and a half?
About a year and a half, I'd say.
Yeah.
When was it?
Experimented with like more numbers in the band, like another guitarist or anything like that, or
we tried for a little bit.
Yeah.
Very briefly.
Oh yeah, a couple times at second guitarist.
Yeah. I mean, we tried a few out, but it didn't quite stick. It didn't quite work.
Do you find that the energy just works the way it is?
I think it was a combination of that, and I think when we originally started the trio, I was less confident in like my guitar playing. So I was like, I'm a rhythm guitarist, and now I'm... so I think I've been doing a bit more.
Especially going back to New Vintage, when you were more of a rhythm guitarist, right?
Singer,
but
I mean, having said that, on our EP, we had some like horns in some of the songs.
Yeah, we had some other musicians come in,
which sounded really cool.
Help out.
I think that's really cool for recording because you want to have it more layered because it's like a completely different thing. But we wouldn't have enough to have a permanent, I don't know, trumpet player in the band, right?
Yeah.
Like, I would feel like under pressure to give them enough to do. So it's like cool every now and then and cool for the recording, but I don't know if we'd ever have that live on stage. Driven by desire in a world that I can't have. Driven by desire in a world that I can't have. And you keep me guessing when you know that I love a good guessing game. It's a fruit so forbidden, but I'm thinking what I can. Oh, yeah, driven by desire, that's singing in the rain. Driven by desire, as you drive round to his place. Could escape that cave.
I suppose what are your plans for the future at the moment? Do you have any sort of major recording or like gig projects coming up?
Yeah, so we have 2 EPs out and a music video, and we kind of did some goals at the start of this year. We really want to do another music video, so we're applying for funding for that at the moment. So the song Friday Night that we played, potentially that one. And we also want to record a couple singles and release them and gain some more momentum. So that's what we want to do in terms of releasing music. Yeah. And basically on top of that, we really would like to start getting like opening for some bigger acts, getting on some festival lineups. So basically working on our networking and our organisation around that to try and make that happen. Yeah. Anything that I've forgotten at?
No, I think you pretty much covered it. I mean, we're just kind of learning the whole admin side of things.
I mean, none of us went and did music at Auckland Uni. We've all been kind of trying to learn it as we go, which has been definitely the slow way. But we're starting to get, I think, a bit more idea of how to go about these things.
So, I mean, going with the networking thing, have you sort of talked with, I mean, with, say, acts that you've played with, like Skinny Hobos and stuff, have you talked with them about their experiences of, you know, getting bigger and bigger gigs?
So we're always kind of being like, without trying to be annoying, asking different bands about things. And
I think it's really important.
Yeah, and I think, was it Kat from Cheshire Grim who was like also telling me about getting that calendar set up so that you can be proactive with who you contact, as opposed to finding out something where it's like too late and then being like, oh, if you have any spaces, let us know. And they're like, oh, we're already full up, but if someone pulls out, we'd really like you guys, you know, but no one pulls out, right? So, yeah.
It's also really hard, you know, it's all good to say, let's do this and this, but it's also the time.
I mean, Nikki's a med student.
we're all sort of doing stuff, and it's really hard to put aside time to do things.
I mean, it's a passion for, like, music's a passion for all of us, but I mean, you're a med kid. You did biomedical engineering. You're working full time. I'm in my last year interning as a behavioural psychologist, so I've got two work placements and uni. So basically whatever spare time we can, trying to do that, but without the luxury of being. I mean, in some ways, if I have heaps of time, I'm not going to be very inefficient. So it's kind of nice to be like, I have an hour to try and sort this and this, and then get through a bit more. But definitely, probably makes things a little bit harder.
Juggle at the moment. Well, so what's the best way for people to be able to find all of your current work online? Like, we're going to share links with the video, obviously. But for anything specific, is there anything you want to bring up?
Yeah, so we have our 2 EPs and our video online. So you can find our EPs on Spotify and iTunes and Bandcamp as well. I think you can buy CDs from Bandcamp as well.
So if you just want to, you can use Spotify and look us up. We've got both our EPs on there. But if you want to, buy an EP, whether it's a physical copy or digital, you can do that through Bandcamp.
And then we got our music video on YouTube as well.
So and even check that Facebook out. For social media.
Yeah, and Facebook and Instagram too.
Yeah, I mean, if you follow Facebook, you also find out about when we're playing live as well.
And there's links to all, like the Bandcamp page and everything. So.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Hopefully everybody, checks that out after watching this. Well, thanks so much for coming in, guys. It's been really, really cool. It's a great set.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
With the gig tonight as well.
Thanks. You.
Yeah, no, it's been really cool. It's been hot, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's not a fridge. It's not a fridge.
But we got through it. No, thanks
awesome.
heaps,
Thanks
guys.
so much
Awesome,
again.
thank you.
Yeah.
Cool, thanks.
And that's us.
Good job. Cool. Not too awkward, eh? This one's called Breathe. We should call it Sweet instead.